Ironwood Games. This is Andrew. Welcome to this episode on Arena. We've got this festival event, Completely Outmatched. We're going to join it. There's a number of decks. On them, we're going to join in with our gold, and we're going to choose the blue-green deck. It's the only one I really looked at. I like blue-green generally, so I think we're just going to go in and see what it's about and see if we can maybe get some wins here and kind of figure out these decks and get to play with some of the new cards that just released. So Phyrexia just came out. We just had pre-release, and now it's here on Arena. So we're gonna try a couple of things. All right. Definitely has lands. Has a way to draw. The Canker Bloom is interesting. The bite with only the Canker Bloom seems a little underpowered, but and I guess we get the Azuri as a commander. So I guess this is a commander type format. We'll play our tap land so that I can play an untapped land to Canker Bloom. Next turn we can play Dream Root. And then we can play this Experimental Augury at end of turn, or we can bite if my opponent puts down a creature. So we're gonna, since both of these are instants, and we have tricks we can do, options we can do with the Canker Bloom, we're gonna leave our mana up here, see what my opponent does, and then Restoration of a Gonjo, which we could definitely destroy with the Canker Bloom. There's not graveyard to the battlefield. Looking at the second chapter here on their next turn, if they will return something, but there's nothing like amazing to return. Okay, so we get to look at these. I think we have the fourth land. I think Kadama is fine. I'm gonna actually, oh, this is good. Okay, if we proliferate this counter up, then they get this trigger before their turn. Which hopefully means they have, or won't have anything they want to discard to bring back, and then they can exile it, and we have a way to deal with their creature. So I think let's go to combat. Swing in. Oh, I guess we could have ninjutsu'd. The turtle in. Death to exile target artifact or enchantment. Oh, and we could have, I guess, gotten rid of that there, but I do That's fine. We still have the Infectious Bite, which will kill here, especially since we have the Death Touch. The question is whether we want to try and fire it off right now when our opponent has 4 lands up, could have some kind of protection. And I honestly don't know the answer to that. Creating the spirits seems bad. If they tap out to cast their commander, then that does seem good. Does damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Okay, so the Serum Snare is interesting. My opponent has a poison counter. We kind of want to get into Proliferate area, so I'm going to play this 4-drop that basically lets me double Proliferate. And we will... No, cancel that. Bring this back. We don't want to attack with Canker Bloom, but we will attack with my Death Touch creature. I can... no, we're not going to remove the Death Touch poison counter. The 3/4 is blanked by my 3/5. So if they attack in, likely, I mean, we've got Battle Cry, which I don't think buffs itself. Other attacking creatures, yeah. Cool. Exile my Proliferate Triggerer. That's fine. We probably weren't going to block anyway. And... oh, it makes the mites instead of dealing the damage. Okay, interesting. Because it can target itself. Okay, figuring out how this works here. These are artifacts. If we bounce them, that could be decent. We can do that, so I think we sorcery proliferate. To give my opponent an extra poison, to increase my Death Touch thing, I can remove one then. We're not going to block, so we're going to go all attack. They can't block. We will remove one. Yeah, to destroy an artifact might. We don't have any blockers, so they'll make more mites, which is kind of bad for us. The mites can't block. So I think our opponent has 2 poison, but I think we're just going to try and take them down. Kaya's pretty good.
Time to crash a vampire wedding.
Especially with a -2, yeah.
Oh, I've made friends in all kinds of
pretty good. Sure. And then give it to itself. Create a bunch of mites. Seems pretty good. We can just tap down the commander here. Proliferate. have anything else I want to do. There's no reason to put any counter up. So I think we attack Kaya. Yeah, we'll do that. Either they take the damage, they chump it, and then we get to remove a counter and blow something up. That seems fine. Oh, I guess it's player damage here. We have 3 open lands. Do we play Kodama? Yeah, I think the proliferate. So we're trying to do like a proliferate thing here is what it seems like our deck wants to do. Alright, so seems like putting a counter on the flyer is going to be good for our opponent. This might... Sure, we're going to take perhaps a lot of toxic. This is interesting. So we're getting... yeah,
I can teach you a thing or two.
Sure. Alright, we might just throw this one out. Yeah, that's... just with so much poison coming at us. I am thinking... Not gonna last much longer here. Yeah, we're at 7 poison. We get a 1/1. Yeah, this just makes... They're just going to go so wide without a removal or like a board wipe. I don't think this game is going to go in our favor, and I don't want to continue playing it. So we'll try it again. Sometimes with these types of events, the decks aren't always balanced, even though they kind of imply or kind of seem like they'd want to be. Oftentimes or sometimes one or two of the decks is just better than all the others. And sometimes just the matchups. Like one deck is just good against another deck, and so if you're in that matchup, then it's kind of bad. We've got some high-end things. We don't have anything low. But again, we have a better idea of what this deck wants to do. Trawler Drake into Teferi does seem good, as that puts another counter on it. Teferi seems just really, really good. I mean, Teferi is really, really good. And so getting into possibly a 2, 3, or a 3, 4, 5 turn. Again, so our opponent playing Rhea Ivor. Again, not sure if that's just popular, a coincidence, or is people are kind of gravitating towards that as maybe the strongest deck. It definitely seems like if you don't deal with some of the pieces right away, it can just go wide and overwhelm on that, and I don't see any kind of board wipe or way that we have to deal with a wide board. But our opponent seems to be a little bit on a slow start. They were a little slow last turn as well. We didn't have any higher end stuff, and we kind of, I feel like we ran out of steam on some things. Also maybe made some bad plays, just not knowing what really understanding what our deck wanted to do. But like Teferi, this Insight, when you proliferate, draw a card, like I can see where these kind of want to go together and make a little. Can't cast spells or activate abilities of artifacts, creatures during their turn. Okay, and creates. Yeah, okay. So it's just more go wide stuff. The question is, do we play just a copy of the Trawler Drake? I think we do. Because we can proliferate if our next turn wants to be a Teferi. Do I? Yeah, I will attack. Yeah, again, everything they have creates tokens. Just 1/1, so they're not bad, but we need to get our proliferate on. So Teferi will increase their oil, make them all 2/2s. Unfortunately, this combat trigger getting in right away is going to be a little problematic. Yeah, no blocks. I think we need to just try and green. So really, we want 6 for that. We can get a 6/6 trample. But I really do think Teferi is the play here.
Heard you needed a hero. Well, here I am.
I think Teferi is likely to die.
Knowledge is meant to be shared.
So I think making another blocker that gets stuff when we draw, and then hoping maybe we get another, way to bring Teferi back, or at least get some of our draw proliferate stuff going. If we draw land, we can play this guy and pay his cost. We want to pay 7 for this guy to bring him in. We do have our shield counter here. If we lose it, we can't proliferate it, but that might be worth it just to keep that. Is anything coming at Teferi? Nothing's coming at Teferi. How much damage do we have, and is it worth? Double blocking, and I think we block here to take less poison. Oh, gives them first strike, so that might be bad. We should read all the cards. Alright, so you are gonna just die. But we're going to 9. Alright, does anything else care about drawing cards? Not really.
I am here to learn.
Yeah, this... too if you do proliferate. This go wide is just not going to be something we can keep up with here. So let's try one more and see if we can run up against something other than this black-white go wide that unfortunately has so many ways to go wide that it seems like you have to have just constant removal or creatures to blanket. So let's find out again and let's see if this Azuri deck is any good. It seems really fun if it gets kind of going. I see some synergies. I see some ways to really help everything out. These don't seem good. Let's take a mulligan. Okay, Spell Dancer seems good. We got a 2, we got a 3. Maybe a 4 and a 5. We've got options. Alright, we need a green source so we're not taking a ton of pain. It looks like we are playing against a different deck here. So this is red-green. Miglaws. Cool. Alright. He seems kind of fun. Spell Dancer. If we don't draw a forest, we're gonna have to take a pain to play Yugen Defends the Temple. But that does create us a mana dork, so we can ramp into some other things, which is, I think, kind of where we want to be. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, we did not draw the forest, so we need to play this. I think this is good later on. I think we do want to play just Yugen right now. Get the oil counter going here. Get my attack. So whenever it deals combat damage, remove 2 oil counters from it. Copy the spell. Okay. So that seems pretty good. So no attacks right now. We need at least a second oil on it. Tamiyo will be pretty good. Fight rigging. That seems fun. Alright, so do we have a way to get rid of a enchantment? Nope, not right now. So we'll see how this Azuri deck does. It seems really fun, but it seems like it's a little too mid-rangey for some of these decks that can just go just maybe go wide right off the bat. That's interesting. Do we just play... I think we play the Serum Sovereign. Try and blank some of their creatures. They're not attacking yet. They're probably just going to try and grow with the fight rigging. So I don't think we need to be aggressive here. I could be wrong. I think we have options. I think we want to try and maybe we do want to play Tamiyo. and +1 a couple of times and get the notebook, just because that seems pretty good, depending on what my opponent's doing and how much threat they're putting on the board. Luckily, this monk will create us green, so we don't have to take as much pain. Let's see, my opponent is debating something or trying to figure out what they want to do. They're stuck on red, which is at least kind of good for us. But they've had plenty of things to do with green. Cool, and they decided getting stuck on red was not going to do it. So we stole a victory there off of bad luck for our opponent. I like this Azuri deck. I don't know how it matches up. Definitely seems to be a bad matchup against the black-white go wide tokens. Maybe bad against this red-green if they're a little bit more aggro and low to the ground. But I'd be willing to try it a little bit more. Unfortunately, that's our three games here, and I'm gonna let you guys go. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you get a chance, by the time this is posted, this event should still be on. I would say, jump in this event, try some of these decks. I might try a few of the other decks. Just see how they go. Maybe we'll record another one tomorrow with one of the other decks. So leave me a comment. Let me know what deck you want me to try out. Maybe we'll, give it a shot. See, or if you, have thoughts on what deck is strong, or maybe what I'm doing wrong in playing this Azuri. Let me know. Otherwise, hope you liked the video. So click that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more, and we'll see y'all another time. Bye.